Well, welcome back to another episode of the Book of Unwritten Tales. On the last episode, we got everything we needed. Now we're just going to talk to this guy and see what he has to say.
Hello, Master Brewer, sir.
Aye, aye, Wilbur.
I have a pot of crystal clear water for the dwarven ale.
Show me. Aye, that water's very good. We can use this.
I've got some hops for the ale.
Oh, no, my lad. That's not enough. I need more hops. A proper handful.
But I can't find any more.
Oh, well, that's it as far as the dwarven ale's concerned. But you can plant the hops. You'll have enough next year.
That's a pretty good idea. I think there was a place to plant it back
I have
at
to
his
go.
house.
Enjoy the celebration.
Yeah.
Let's head over there. If you pay attention to what they say, they usually give you a pretty good idea, a hint on what you need to do. Hopefully this is the right way.
Okay, I'll plant the hop in the soil.
Actually, I think I have some fertilizer too.
Let's see what happens. I really can't imagine this stuff. Wow. Good fertilizer, that. Nah. Wow! A huge hop plant with tons of cones. I've picked about 10 cones. That should be enough for the dwarven ale.
Okay, let's think what he sees about this.
Hello, Master Brewer, sir.
Aye, Wilbur.
I've got some hops for the ale. Is this enough?
Ho, that's enough. I hope you haven't been whipping stuff out of my stock.
No. Well, only indirectly.
And that means I've got all I need to brew the lovely dwarven ale. Right, it's all go now then.
Well, that was quick.
Hey, laddie, just watch out that you don't get any of that in your eyes. It's dangerous stuff.
I'll be very careful. Thanks very much, sir.
Well, tell me, Wilbur, what do you need all that junk for? The dwarven ale and all the other stuff that you've been dragging out of here the whole evening.
Well, it's because of the ring. I need it. Grandad's helping me get the ring to the human town safe. Well, quickly.
Oh, Wilbur, it's dangerous for a young gnome like yourself out there.
I know, but I promised that gremlin, and I believe it really could be important. And I'd like to get out of here and achieve something.
Taste some adventure, eh?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think that the ring is all that important. Not everybody's born for having adventures, my lad. But maybe you really do need to get out of here.
Really?
Aye, laddie. You still live with your parents, and you keep company with a very interesting, intelligent old dwarf. But that can't go on forever, can it now? So, if you do leave and go off on an adventure, even if it's just to Seastone, then maybe you'll come back and visit and tell me all about it then, eh?
I promise.
Don't forget us. You're going to have to excuse me now. I've got an appointment.
Alcoholic. Okay, let's take a look around, see if there's anything new. You know, I'm gonna go in there after him to see if he says anything. And he's magically disappeared. He must have jumped out the window. Okay. So now that we got everything, we're gonna go turn it back into your grandfather and see what he has to say.
And down we go. Excuse me, Colonel Grandad?
Yes, report back.
Here's the dwarven ale, Grandad.
Oh, my goodness, we must be careful with this. That means we are only missing the cog. Dismissed!
Here's the cog, Grandad. I had to break my flying fish for that.
War always involves sacrifice. Your flying fish was a hero, one of our best. We will honor his memory. Now I have everything I need. It won't take long now. Prepare yourself for takeoff.
Take off? That's what you meant by take off.
Absolutely. I've aimed her at the town of the humans. Betsy, too, was of course designed to shoot grenades.
This is a terrible idea.
But I'm confident that she'll get your capsule there too.
Confident? Get me out of here. Please, Grandad.
Listen, my boy. I'm proud of you. You're doing something very brave. Sure, Wilbur. I'd like you to have these.
Your old aviator goggles. Oh, Grandad, I didn't think...
Too slow, my boy. Fire!
Oh, holy crap.
Good luck.
Yeah, that must be magic, because that doesn't seem possible.
Where is it?
He still hasn't told us, Mother.
He will. Who else knows about it?
The Archmage won't know about it yet. We were able to intercept the servant, as you know. But
But
an elf, Mother. She tried to free MacGuffin. She might know something.
she needs to be watched.
Very well.
And now, Mr. Professor, let us have a little chat.
Oh well, no problem. I am an elf, and I'm fit. What now? I'll get the book out of MacGuffin's secret cellar and take it to the Archmage. No, they were all gone when I got there. They collected the cage and were off. Now it's up to us to get the book. Of course I don't have to, but, well, what else am I going to do? It appears to be very important. And even if it isn't important, those shady fellows want to have that book. It's better that we get it out of the cellar before they get their grubby mitts on it. Then don't help me. Why don't you just fly home? Just don't tell my parents anything. Ungrateful feathered fowl.
Okay, so here we are. Let's take a look around.
That was suspiciously easy. The rope is broken and the bucket's probably at the bottom of the well where it's of no use to anyone. The groundwater is only a few meters down in this region. Presumably the well isn't very deep. Without a bucket or something, I'm not going to be able to bring up any water. A tatty-wonky scarecrow. Its clothing has been nibbled by mice, but the hat has something about it. A scarecrow that doesn't... Do you have any idea which artifact could be so powerful that it could make someone into the ruler of the world?
Oh, nice.
No, that's been lost to the depths of the ocean. No, that's been thrown back into the same fire that was used to forge it. No, I haven't got a clue. It must be something that no one bargained for. Something that no one has ever looked for. It'll be in the Gremlins book. If only I had it already. Why is that scarecrow not scaring you? Yes, certainly. And how? Normally you're the first to take flight. Good luck, little one, and don't get up to any mischief.
So our first character is a gnome who's a little slow, and our second one's an elf who's completely crazy and
A
talks to herself.
pumpkin patch. Not particularly well cared for. Presumably MacGuffin spends a lot of time buried in his books and not enough time in his garden. The pumpkins should have been harvested long ago. Some are already starting to go mouldy. An old watering can made out of metal. It's small even by gremlin standards. There's a stone in the undergrowth. There's something written on it, but I can't see what it is. That could be a little gravestone. I can't remove the undergrowth with my bare hands. It's very dense and has thorns. A daring structure, and just like the whole house, pretty wonky. Doesn't look as if it'll last long. A swinging metal frame. You can hang pots or something of that sort onto it and then swing it over the fire. Three should be enough. I'd say this is a pretty basic millstone. Grain is tipped into the hole above, and you then turn the upper stone. The flour then comes out of the side. I'd say this is a pretty basic... The flour then comes out...
Guess that's it for out here.
Someone's fitted a wooden shutter in front of the little window. Looks like the shutter can be opened. It's pretty high up.
Go take a look inside the house.
Typical bachelor. Everything in a mess. Plates, pots, cups, covered with a sticky mixture of dust and fat. Dead flies. Oh, yuck. I'm definitely not tidying up here. Why hasn't the Gremlin's companion sorted this out? A wooden tub, about half full of water. Oh, great. This has the Professor's washing floating around in it. White shirts, grey socks, red underpants.
Okay.
A small old-fashioned shield. The inside is highly polished. The back of the fireplace. When MacGuffin wanted to heat his food up, he just needed to put it into one of those little stoves. Would appear to be a mirror frame. There are still a few broken shards of the old mirror around the edges. The mirror's turned so it reflects the fireplace. Strange. The mirror's turned so it reflects the fire...
But you're gonna have to do something with that fact.
Not quite as good as a real mirror, but I can see my reflection.
If I can get that door open up there somehow, I might be able to
Looking
get
good,
some light in
as
here.
usual. Looks like the base for a statue. It's made out of stone and it's covered with strange characters. There's a six-sided indentation on the base. Perhaps the mounting for a statue. There's a six-sided... A stone casket placed in a wooden box. The box looks very cheap. It could be one of those storage containers. The stone chest is decorated with two angels and has writing on it too. I can't read it. What's likely to happen, eh? Sand. Is it me? Or has it just got much warmer in here? The chest is filled to the brim with fine sand. I haven't got a clue what else might be in there. I can hardly sift my way through the sand with my hand. A standard jelly glowfish. They're everywhere around here. This one here isn't glowing anymore, and won't ever again. Jelly glowfish are really quite frugal animals. They need water and a little bit of food every now and then. I guess this one lacked the latter.
That's nice.
Looks like a very ancient sarcophagus. Oh, strange. There are hinges on it, just like a door. Shame. Just a stinky mummy. What have we here?
What are you doing, Mortimer?
What the... Did you just speak? You speak?
Me? No.
Well, yes you do, quite obviously.
What is obvious?
That you can and do speak.
But of course.
You just said that you didn't.
Why are you being so strange, Mortimer?
I'm not Mortimer.
Where is Mortimer?
You mean MacGuffin, the gremlin archaeologist who lives here, yes?
What?
Mortimer.
Yes?
You're called Mortimer?
No, of course not.
I think we're finished with this conversation.
I think you are slowly losing your marbles, Mortimer.
It's like
Presumably the sarcophagus lacks oxygen.
It's like a who's on first base joke right there.
I think these are all the things that the professor uses on his digs. A brush, a little shovel, a sieve.
You could use that sieve for the sand.
I'll take the sieve. The rest looks pretty useless. There is something in there. A little brass key. Must be that.
So good to see you, Mortimer. A very strange person was just here insisting that they were you.
That was me.
You? Mortimer? Why did you pretend to be you?
That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Have you done something to your hair? You look so different.
Are you seriously mistaking me for a metre-high, wrinkly, bald old gremlin?
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, Mortimer. Look at me. I've seen better days, too.
I am not Mortimer. Mortimer sent me. I'm looking for a secret cellar. Can you tell me how I can get into the cellar?
Into the cellar? Of course.
And where is the cellar?
What cellar do you mean?
What?
What? You have grown, Mortimer.
Yes, yes. Oh, how we laugh.
Okay, well that guy's gonna be useless.
Books, books, and more books. Most are ancient tomes. They appear to be written in just about every language. The book that MacGuffin told me about is hidden in the cellar. These books aren't of interest. A large handwritten book. It looks like it's been used a lot. It's the Gremlin's diary. Perhaps I'll find some hints about the cellar. Let's take a closer look. Who would have ever thought that it would fall to someone like me, an old archaeologist, to stop this madness? And I didn't find the key to it on one of my expeditions, not in dark dungeons or in fiery mountains. Oh no, I discovered the answer in an old book. He must mean the book that was hidden in the cellar, in which the information about the artifact's whereabouts is written. The notes end mid-sentence. I wonder why I haven't heard anything from Archmage Alistair yet. I sent Beetle out with a message for him yesterday morning. I hope nothing has... That was the last entry. There are others before it. What's this at the beginning of this page? Today I have been examining the books that I brought back from the Grindle Mountains. Amongst them was a book about herbs and tinctures. An old herbalist was adamant that I would find a recipe to cure my cold feet in it. What a disappointment, though. Just superstitious nonsense about frog eyes and wool socks. I was just about to burn the book when I noticed that the volume contained other things. A disturbing tale of a tragic relationship between a magician and his pet sheep Boris, as well as a travel log written by a fairy explorer. The travel log described how the explorer landed on an island in the West Seas whilst searching for undiscovered fairy tribes. He created several very beautiful sketches of the temple ruins that can be found on that island. I will use these to entertain myself and translate the runes he drew. The next entry was made 2 days later. It's only barely legible. The gremlin appears to have been very excited. It must be the entrance. The wrath of the gods caused the temple to sink into the ocean, of course. But not all, not all. Ye gods, my hands are still shaking despite the fact that Beetle made me a calming herbal tea before he left. Good old Beetle, he has obviously got no clue how significant my discovery is. I have sent him to Master Alistair, the Archmage of the Humans. He is to hand him a sealed letter. Tomorrow Master Alistair will arrive, and I can unburden myself of this terrible responsibility. I will not be able to sleep a wink. And next there's the last entry that I read out before. There's nothing else there.
Well, we just got a bit more of the story there, or a lot more.
Old parchment and yellowing papers, filled with texts in many different foreign languages. Adonisham Western, Quenya and Sindarin, and technical drawings in Kuzdul. A strange stone head. It's been roughly hewn but has a few fine embellishments. A little wooden box. Doesn't look like an antique or anything particularly valuable. It has beautiful workmanship though. It's locked.
Ah, and I got a key.
Let's see. There's a bit of paper in the box. The paper's densely covered with writing. Deus ex machina. The ghost in the machine is the heading. There's also a drawing of a stone figure. At its feet is a vessel containing liquid. Let's take a look. The ghost in the machine is wise to all the secrets of this house. That's what's written here. Blah blah. Pour the fuel into the bowl at the foot of the machine to awaken the ghost. Fuel? Ah, here. Grind the beans and tip the powder into boiling water, then pour the mixture into the bowl. We've already had that bit. You'll get the beans from the machine. Strange. A machine that's meant to be familiar with all the secrets of the house.
Alright guys, we're going to end this episode right here, and